Imagine a world where a single dance move, created by a teenager in her bedroom, becomes a global phenomenon watched by billions. This isn't science fiction, it's the reality of social media, where a few seconds of content can reshape culture, influence minds, and even alter the course of history. But behind the viral dances, the trending challenges, and the endless scroll lies a hidden engine, a complex web of psychology, algorithms, and human behavior that turns our attention into a commodity. What if the platforms we use every day aren't just tools, they're masterpieces of manipulation, designed to keep us hooked, distracted, and forever scrolling? Social media has become the most powerful force in modern life, shaping how we think, act, and even feel. At its core, it's a battleground of attention, a race to capture our focus, our emotions, and our time. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube aren't just places to share photos or videos, they're ecosystems built on a simple yet ruthless premise: the more we engage, the more valuable we become. And that value isn't just to the users, it's to the companies behind the screens, who turn our clicks, likes, and shares into billions of dollars. But how did we get here? How did something as simple as a dance or a hashtag become a tool of psychological control? Let's dive into the story of how social media hijacks our minds, one scroll at a time. The first thing to understand is that social media isn't just a reflection of human behavior, it's a shaper of it. Every time you open an app, you're not just checking in with friends or watching a video, you're participating in a carefully engineered system designed to keep you coming back. These platforms use algorithms, complex sets of rules and machine learning models, to decide what content you see, when you see it, and how often. But here's the twist: these algorithms don't prioritize truth, education, or even quality content. They prioritize engagement. The more you react, the more you stay. And the more you stay, the more data they collect about you, which they then use to sell to advertisers. It's a cycle that's both brilliant and deeply concerning. Take TikTok, for example. The app's algorithm is so effective that it can predict what a user will like before they even watch the first video. It doesn't rely on your profile, your history, or even your location. Instead, it tests thousands of videos against your behavior in real time, learning what keeps you watching. If you pause a video, it assumes you're not interested. If you swipe past it, it moves on. But if you watch a video for 10 seconds, it knows it's found something that works. This isn't just clever engineering, it's a psychological trap. By constantly showing you content that feels just right, the algorithm creates a sense of control and satisfaction, making it harder for you to look away. And the more you engage, the more the platform profits. But why does this happen? Why do we fall into these traps so easily? The answer lies in the way our brains are wired. Social media platforms exploit fundamental psychological triggers that have existed for thousands of years. One of the most powerful is the fear of missing out, or FOMO. It's that nagging feeling that everyone else is having fun, learning something new, or achieving success while you're stuck on the sidelines. Platforms know this, and they use it to keep us hooked. A post about a trending challenge, a video of a celebrity doing something outrageous, or a story that makes us feel like we're part of an exclusive group, these are all designed to trigger FOMO, making us scroll faster, click more, and stay longer. Then there's the dopamine-driven reward system. Every time you get a like, a comment, or a share, your brain releases a tiny burst of dopamine, the same chemical that makes us feel good when we eat, fall in love, or achieve something. Social media platforms know this, and they've turned our attention into a game of rewards. A post that gets a few likes might be enough to keep someone engaged for a while, but the real magic happens when content goes viral. A single video can generate millions of views, thousands of comments, and a flood of notifications. For the creator, it's a rush of validation. For the platform, it's a win. But for the user, it's a cycle that's hard to break. The more we chase that dopamine hit, the more we're trapped in a loop of endless scrolling, comparing ourselves to others, and wondering why we can't seem to focus on anything else. And let's not forget the role of social validation. We're wired to seek approval from others, and social media gives us a constant stream of it. A post that gets a lot of likes feels good. A comment that makes us feel seen or understood is addictive. But here's the problem: the more we rely on external validation, the more we start to measure our self-worth in likes, followers, and shares. This can lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, and even depression. Studies show that 72% of teens report feeling pressure to post content that gains likes and shares, leading to increased anxiety and self-esteem issues. It's a silent crisis, one that's being fueled by the very platforms that claim to connect us. But the story doesn't end with individual behavior. Social media trends have a ripple effect that extends far beyond the screen. They shape societal norms, influence political discourse, and even impact public health. For example, the Ice Bucket Challenge, a campaign to raise awareness for ALS, became a global phenomenon, raising $115 million in donations. But it also sparked criticism for trivializing a serious disease through excessive participation. On the other hand, the Blue Whale Challenge, a dark trend that originated on Russian forums and was promoted via social media, led to numerous suicides and self-harm incidents before being shut down by platforms in 2017. These examples show how viral trends can have both positive and negative consequences, often depending on the content and the context. Another key factor in the spread of social media trends is the speed and reach of short-form video platforms like TikTok. Unlike traditional media, which relies on gatekeepers like editors and producers, TikTok allows anyone with a phone to create and share content instantly. This has accelerated the speed at which trends go viral, often bypassing traditional checks and balances. A simple dance, a catchy song, or a controversial opinion can spread across the globe in minutes. But this speed comes at a cost. It means that misinformation, harmful behavior, and emotionally charged content can also spread rapidly, often before anyone has a chance to fact-check or contextualize it. And then there's the issue of echo chambers and filter bubbles. Algorithms aren't just designed to keep us engaged, they're also designed to keep us in our own little worlds. By showing us content that aligns with our interests, beliefs, and preferences, platforms create echo chambers where we're constantly reinforced in our views. This can lead to polarization, as users are exposed to less diverse perspectives and more extreme opinions. Over time, this can deepen societal divides, making it harder for people to find common ground or understand those who think differently. But here's the thing: we're not just passive victims of these systems. We have a choice. We can be aware of how these platforms work, how they manipulate our attention, and how they shape our behavior. We can use social media mindfully, setting boundaries, limiting our screen time, and being critical of the content we consume. We can also demand more transparency from platforms, pushing for changes that prioritize user well-being over profit. Because at the end of the day, social media is a tool, one that can either connect us or divide us, empower us or exploit us. It's up to us to decide which path we want to take. So the next time you open an app, scroll through your feed, or watch a video, take a moment to think about what's really happening. Are you engaging with content that makes you feel good, or are you being pulled in by a carefully engineered system designed to